What if the thoughts you believe are your own are, in reality, subtly influenced whispers, strategically planted in the fertile ground of your mind? And what if a clandestine government agency, like the NSA, held the keys to this psychic garden, cultivating and pruning your very consciousness? This isn't just another conspiracy theory. This is a question of personal sovereignty, of reclaiming your mental landscape from unseen architects. Because if agencies like the NSA have unlocked the secrets to manipulating human consciousness, then free will itself hangs precariously in the balance, and understanding this becomes paramount to protecting your own mind, your choices, and your very reality. Imagine a world where your opinions, desires, and even your fears are not entirely your own, but the result of carefully calibrated psychological nudges orchestrated from the shadows. This is the potential reality unveiled in a supposedly leaked NSA briefing, a document that delves into the agency's exploration of consciousness, its vulnerabilities, and its potential as a tool for social engineering on a mass scale. This alleged briefing exposes not only the mechanics of mind manipulation, but the very real implications for our autonomy, our societies, and our future. The knowledge contained within is no longer the stuff of science fiction. It's a critical understanding that can arm you against unseen influences, empowering you to think freely and act authentically in a world vying for control of your attention and your thoughts. This is not just an intellectual exercise, but rather a vital awakening. To understand the stakes, we must first ground ourselves in the known science of consciousness. At its most basic, consciousness can be described as the product of complex interactions within the brain, a symphony of neural networks firing in concert. This activity generates measurable electrical patterns, known as brainwave frequencies, each corresponding to different states of awareness, from the focused alertness of beta waves to the meditative tranquility of theta waves. Beyond individual brain activity, some theories propose a collective consciousness, a shared field of awareness that connects all minds, influencing everything from global events to individual thoughts. Consider the phenomenon of the observer effect in quantum physics, where the act of observing a phenomenon changes its behavior. This same principle, some argue, applies to consciousness itself, suggesting that our collective focus shapes the very fabric of reality. These concepts, brainwave frequencies, collective consciousness, and the observer effect form the foundation for understanding both the potential of human consciousness and the potential for its manipulation. But how does this translate into real-world control? What if external forces could subtly alter our brainwave frequencies, tapping into the collective consciousness and shaping our perceptions through the observer effect? Is our consciousness truly our own, or is it a malleable canvas upon which unseen forces can paint their desires? And what are the implications if an agency like the NSA has not only asked these questions, but has also allegedly found the answers, developing technologies and strategies to influence our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors on a mass scale? This leaked NSA briefing is our window into this shadowy realm, promising to reveal not only the extent of this alleged research, but also the specific techniques and technologies being explored. By understanding these potential manipulation techniques, we can begin to decode the hidden patterns in our reality, recognize the subtle cues of influence, and ultimately reclaim control of our own minds. Stay with us as we begin to explore what steps you can take to safeguard your mind. But what is the science that underpins this potential for external influence? Let's delve deeper into the fascinating world of brainwaves, the electrical signatures of your consciousness, and explore how these frequencies might be subtly hijacked. Think of your brain as a highly complex radio receiver, constantly tuning into different frequencies that dictate your state of mind. These frequencies, measured in Hertz, Hz, range from the slow, languid rhythms of delta waves during deep sleep to the rapid-fire activity of beta waves when you're intensely focused or stressed. But what if someone else could subtly adjust the dial, nudging you into a different state of mind without your conscious awareness. Delta waves, operating at a frequency of 0. 5 to 4 Hz are the realm of deep, dreamless sleep and profound unconsciousness. Theta waves, ranging from 4 to 8 Hz, are associated with meditation, intuition, and access to subconscious memories. Alpha waves, humming at 8 to 12 Hz, characterize a state of relaxed alertness, a bridge between the conscious and subconscious mind. Beta waves, pulsing at 12 to 30 Hz, dominate our waking hours, driving active thinking, problem-solving, and focused attention. And finally, gamma waves, the fastest of all, soaring above 30 Hz, are linked to peak performance, heightened perception, and that elusive state of flow. Each of these brainwave states is a unique gateway to different aspects of consciousness, and each, according to the leaked briefing, presents a potential entry point for external influence. The briefing allegedly identifies specific brainwave frequencies, particularly alpha and theta, as being especially vulnerable to manipulation. Alpha, the frequency of relaxed alertness, is believed to be a prime target for subliminal messaging, as the mind is more receptive to suggestion in this state. Theta, the gateway to the subconscious, is said to be susceptible to deeper forms of influence, potentially allowing external actors to implant thoughts and emotions directly into the subconscious mind. But how could this be achieved? The briefing details a range of techniques, from carefully crafted audio frequencies that subtly entrain the brain to specific narratives designed to bypass critical thinking and directly influence emotional responses. What if the background music you listen to, or the subtle visual cues in advertising, are not just aesthetic choices, but carefully calibrated attempts to nudge your brain into a more suggestible state? Basic neurological findings support the idea that brainwaves correlate directly with our states of awareness. EEG, electroencephalography, technology has consistently demonstrated these correlations. When someone is deeply relaxed, their brainwave patterns shift towards the alpha range. When they are intensely focused, their brainwaves shift towards the beta range. This is not speculation, but a well-established scientific fact. The question then becomes, can these brainwave patterns be influenced externally? And if so, to what extent can our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors be manipulated as a result? This is the core question at the heart of the alleged NSA briefing, and it's a question that challenges the very foundations of free will and personal autonomy. Now let's examine what the leaked briefing actually reveals about this supposed research. According to alleged excerpts, the NSA briefing goes far beyond simply acknowledging the correlation between brainwaves and consciousness. It supposedly details the agency's findings that human consciousness is not confined to the physical boundaries of the brain, but rather extends into a broader field of information, a concept akin to the quantum field or the Akashic records. This implies that our thoughts and emotions are not isolated events, but are interconnected with the thoughts and emotions of others, creating a collective consciousness that shapes our shared reality. If this is true, then influencing the collective consciousness becomes a powerful tool for social engineering on a grand scale. The briefing describes the collective consciousness as a dynamic and ever-shifting field of information, influenced by the thoughts, emotions, and beliefs of every individual on the planet. It suggests that the agency actively monitors collective sentiment on social media platforms, news outlets, and other sources of information to identify potential threats to national security, which could range from social unrest to the spread of dissenting ideas. But the monitoring is only the first step. The briefing allegedly outlines strategies for proactively influencing collective sentiment, using a combination of propaganda, misinformation, and psychological techniques to steer public opinion in desired directions. One of the most unsettling revelations in the briefing is the idea that our perception of reality may be deliberately limited or distorted by external forces. The briefing proposes that media, entertainment, and even educational systems can be used to shape collective beliefs and behaviors, subtly programming individuals to accept certain narratives and reject others. This suggests that our understanding of the world is not necessarily based on objective truth, but on a carefully curated set of information designed to maintain social control. Are the stories we tell ourselves about the world, about our history, about our future, simply the product of external manipulation designed to keep us compliant and under control? This alleged potential for mass manipulation hinges on the interconnectedness of individual minds within the collective consciousness. The briefing highlights how individuals can be influenced by the thoughts and emotions of others, particularly in large groups or during times of social upheaval. It outlines specific techniques, such as neuro-linguistic programming, NLP, which can be deployed through media and public discourse to subtly sway public opinion on specific topics. The goal, according to the briefing, is to create a consensus reality, a shared set of beliefs and values that reinforce the existing power structures and discourage dissent. Are you living in a reality that was created for you, not by you? Let's examine some of these manipulation techniques in more detail. The leaked briefing allegedly details a range of methods, from relatively subtle approaches like subliminal messaging to more overt forms of psychological manipulation, such as neuro-linguistic programming, NLP, and frequency-based technologies. Subliminal messages, embedded in audio or visual media, bypass conscious awareness and directly target the subconscious mind, planting suggestions and influencing behavior without the individual even realizing it. NLP uses carefully crafted language patterns to influence thoughts, emotions, and behaviors, creating a sense of rapport and subtly shifting beliefs. And frequency-based technologies, such as binaural beats and isochronic tones, use specific sound frequencies to entrain the brain and induce desired states of consciousness, potentially making individuals more susceptible to suggestion. The potential applications of these techniques are both far-reaching and deeply disturbing. The briefing describes how they could be used for social control, subtly shaping public opinion and suppressing dissent. They could be used for surveillance, remotely monitoring individuals' thoughts and emotions to identify potential threats. And they could even be used for advanced weaponry, developing devices that can remotely induce specific emotional states, such as fear, anxiety, or aggression, in targeted populations. The briefing describes a theoretical device that could remotely induce specific emotional states in individuals, projecting targeted frequencies across distances. Are we already living in a world where our emotions are being remotely controlled without our knowledge or consent? Have you ever felt a subtle shift in your mood while watching a particular movie, or an inexplicable urge to buy a product after seeing an advertisement? Have you ever felt subtly influenced by the tone or language used in a news report? These may be signs that you have been subjected to these techniques without your conscious knowledge. The briefing challenges us to consider whether our thoughts and emotions are truly our own, or whether they are the result of external manipulation. By becoming more aware of these potential influences, we can begin to reclaim control of our own minds and make more conscious choices. But hope is not lost. Even if these manipulation techniques are as widespread and sophisticated as the briefing suggests, we are not powerless. There are strategies we can use to break free from these unseen influences, to reclaim our mental sovereignty, and to expand our consciousness beyond the limits of manipulation. The key lies in self-awareness, mind control, and the cultivation of expanded states of consciousness. These are not just abstract concepts, but practical tools that anyone can use to protect themselves and to live more authentically. Mindfulness meditation, for example, can help you become more aware of your own thoughts and emotions, allowing you to observe them without judgment and to recognize when you are being influenced by external forces. Brainwave entrainment exercises, using binaural beats or isochronic tones, can help you consciously shift your brainwave frequencies, allowing you to access different states of consciousness and to resist manipulation. Perspective-shifting techniques, such as questioning assumptions and challenging limiting beliefs, can help you break free from the narratives that are imposed upon you and to create your own reality. By consciously choosing what you focus on, what you believe, and how you react to the world around you, you can begin to rewrite your own mental programming and reclaim control of your own mind. These strategies are not just abstract concepts, but practical tools that can be integrated into your daily life. Mindfulness meditation can be practiced for just a few minutes each day, simply by focusing on your breath and observing your thoughts as they arise. Brainwave entrainment exercises can be easily incorporated into your routine by listening to specific audio tracks while you work, study, or relax. Perspective-shifting techniques can be applied to any situation simply by asking yourself, what am I assuming to be true in this moment? And is there another way to look at this? The more you practice these techniques, the more resilient you will become to external manipulation, and the more empowered you will feel to create your own reality. Remember the observer effect, the principle in quantum physics that suggests that the act of observing a phenomenon changes its behavior. This same principle applies to your own consciousness. By consciously observing your own thoughts and emotions, you can begin to shape your own reality, shifting from being a passive recipient of external influences to an active co-creator of your own experience. Practice gratitude and positive affirmations to create a more positive and empowering inner environment. The key is to become aware of your own power, to recognize that you are not simply a victim of external forces, but a conscious being with the ability to shape your own destiny. And now, let's try a guided meditation to reinforce that reality. Whether or not the leaked NSA briefing is genuine, it serves as a stark reminder. Understanding consciousness is not just a philosophical pursuit, it's a critical necessity. The fact that such an agency would dedicate resources to studying the nuances of human awareness underscores its significance in shaping individual and collective realities. The patterns we've explored, the hidden knowledge, the potential for external influence, and the observer effect all converge on a single point. Awareness of these patterns empowers you to become a conscious observer of your own experience, to step outside the realm of unconscious manipulation and take the reins of your own reality. By understanding brainwave frequencies, recognizing the dynamics of collective sentiment, and identifying manipulative techniques, you equip yourself to discern and resist subtle influences that may be shaping your thoughts and actions. Remember that, by becoming more attuned to your internal landscape, your thoughts, emotions, and perceptions, you gain the power to actively mold your reality and contribute to a more positive and harmonious collective mind. The themes we've explored extend far beyond the individual, resonating with the pressing challenges facing our society today. Political polarization, social unrest, the relentless spread of misinformation, these are not isolated phenomena, but symptoms of a deeper disconnect from our own conscious awareness. Understanding the subtle mechanisms of influence and persuasion can provide you with the clarity and discernment needed to navigate these turbulent times, allowing you to make informed decisions and resist the divisive narratives that seek to manipulate and control. By exposing these hidden strategies, this video aims to provide you with the means to reclaim your cognitive sovereignty, enabling you to live a life of purpose and authenticity, free from external coercion. Imagine a world where more individuals are consciously aware, critically engaged, and actively resistant to manipulation. Such a society would be characterized by greater resilience, boundless creativity, and profound compassion. The mystery surrounding the leaked NSA briefing has fueled much of our exploration. It's time to shift the focus from trepidation to empowerment, recognizing that even if the briefing's contents are verified, the knowledge it contains can be channeled for positive transformation. The dynamic between external influence and internal agency lies at the heart of this discussion. You possess the innate ability to consciously choose your thoughts and beliefs, regardless of the external pressures you may encounter. Practice self-compassion and extend forgiveness to yourself for any instances where you may have felt manipulated or swayed in the past. Remember, awareness is the first step towards liberation. While external influences undoubtedly exist, you hold the power to reclaim your mind, to redefine your narrative, and to live with conscious intention. This is not the end of the road, but the start of an incredible journey of self-discovery, one that is filled with endless possibilities and boundless opportunities for growth. As we reach the end of this exploration, let's consider some new questions that propel us forward on our quest for greater understanding. What is the true, untapped potential of human awareness? How can we collectively forge a more mindful and empathetic world? The possibilities that arise from expanded consciousness extend to personal growth, societal transformation, and the very trajectory of human evolution. Imagine tapping into your full potential to create a world that is just, sustainable, and deeply fulfilling for all. I invite you to share your experiences, insights, and questions in the comments below. Let's connect and cultivate a community of conscious explorers, all dedicated to unlocking the power of human awareness. I recommend you explore books, websites, and practices related to meditation, mindfulness, and spiritual development. These resources can provide valuable guidance and support as you continue on your path to put this into action today. First, set aside just 5 minutes for mindful breathing. Second, investigate a claim made in this video and share what you discover. And third, pass this video along to someone to start a discussion. Remember this: the greatest conspiracy is not what they are doing to us, but what we are not doing for ourselves. Awaken your consciousness, reclaim your power, and create the reality you desire. Thank you for investing your time and energy in this journey. Please check out the other videos and resources on this channel, which provide valuable insights and tools for conscious evolution.